Hello everyone and welcome to Leah's Cross Stitch Corner. This is Floss Tube number 48 and we're back to normal. Some semblance of normal anyway because it's still Christmas. This is going up on New Year's Day, so normal-ish. I'm in my festive PJs. Graham has a matching pair. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I just started that and it didn't start. That's just rude, isn't it? So Advent's all done. It's really exciting. And I'm going to do a short video on that at some point, just discussing what I liked, what I didn't like. There's nothing I didn't like, but spoiler alert, kind of. What I'm going to do next year, if anything, and we'll just go from there. How does that sound? How does that sound? But in the meantime, we're going to wrap up the year. We're going to wrap up 2024. Happy New Year, everyone. We're going to be spending it watching college football until midnight, and then we always watch the fireworks on the BBC. It's a tradition that I've had long in my family, and ever since I got with Graham, we've done it as well because, well, I asked if that was okay. We have a bit of a thing where just the year before I met Graham on the New Year's Eve, I watched the Taylor Swift Reputation Stadium Tour on Netflix because it had just come out. And I was like, oh, I'm going to do that every year now. And then I met Graham and it kind of went down the Swanee a little bit. So I told him about that tradition and he takes the mickey out of me because I've only ever done it once. So apparently the level for what makes a tradition in this house now is doing it once because of me. But I said to him the other day, I was like, it's not my fault I met you and I got sidetracked with all my New Year plans. I was planning to watch Taylor Swift's Reputation Stadium Tour. So there. Hey, what are you doing? Come here. Come here. Hey. She's under the chair somewhere. Summer. Are you stuck? Are you? Come on. She's under the chair and I don't know if she's stuck or not. Do you see what I have to put up with? Ah, she's out now. Do you like the display? I'll move out the way. They are all of Summer's Christmas toys. We got her the caterpillar and the Elvis Sprout, and our mum got her the polar bear and the Grinch. Come here. Come on. Hurry. Right. Come on. There we go. Right. Quick. Over here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Way! You can do it. If you're being cute. Why? Say hello everyone! Merry Christmas! Happy New Year! Ooh, 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 ooh. She's in our new PJs. Sadly, we couldn't get matching guinea pig ones for Sprockers. I know. But if you watch my New Year's Eve Christmas Advent, we are wearing matching PJs from Next. Because Next did us the solid of doing matching adult and dog PJs, and we all had a pair, didn't we? You got your chest out like Elvis. So see, hello everyone. How you diddling? I'm not going for a walk today. I'm going for a walk tomorrow. I'm not too happy about that either. Hey, get dressed again. There you go. So, with parade time, I've forgotten what to do. I've forgotten how these things go. Haven't I? But I have a lot of finishes. Oh dear, it's come loose again. Right, come here, you come and get on the bed. Come here. Right, I'm going to put you on the bed while I do my video. Come here. No, here, look. Right, up there. Up there. Go on over there. Oh. So, where to start? I've been forgetting to fill my book in, so I'm going to try and do a little bit better next year. Because I'll be honest, I don't remember what I showed last time. I don't remember what I did show, what I didn't show, or otherwise. So, we'll start with finishes. And we'll start... The maiden's coming last. So if you're tuning in to see the maiden that's in my thumbnail, you're going to have to wait. Because she's the crowning glory of everything. So my first finish, that I don't think I've shown yous, because I don't think I'd finished it last time, but I don't know because I haven't written the date down that I finished it, is the Introverted Stitch by Silver Creek Samplers. Apologies if I have already shown yous, but I feel like it wasn't finished last time. So I started this one on the 28th of August. This was done with Lucy from Hoops and Crosses, who was doing a stitch along of it, where we all stitched it in our own home. It's by Silver Creek Samplers, and I have stitched it on an orange Coffee Craft Fabrics fabric, because Megan does the best fabrics known to man. There's nobody else who does as good fabrics as she does, in my humble opinion. And she's also a very nice person, just so you know. So here is that one. I absolutely love how this one pops. This was meant to be done initially on like a beigey, smoky kind of fabric, but actually I think this one works really well. It fits my vibe. I like things that pop. I like pops of colour. I mean, hello. Look at my Bengy Terrible towel. So yeah, I'll just bring it in so you can see it properly. I loved stitching this one actually. So I feel like I finished this one in November. Which tracks. I don't think I'd finished it by the time I did the October WIP parade. I'm pretty sure I didn't. Because I hadn't finished it by the time we came back from Inverness. So that tells me that it wasn't finished. So, I'm glad I remembered. So I could show you the finished version. Obviously, it's unframed at the moment. Whoops. Whoops. Summer, what are you doing? Get on the bed and chill out. You're shoving a cow. So yeah, I love that one. It was so good to stitch. It was really, really good to stitch. I really enjoyed it. I do have a couple more of the Silver Creek Samplers designs. They did a pet one, like a specific one about a pet going over the rainbow bridge, and I got that because I really loved it, and I was like, I want to have it in my stash to stitch at some point. So I do like that one. What are you doing? Oh, God. And then next is the Home Alone stitch. So I started this on the 1st of November and I finished it, well, who knows when, because again I haven't put it in my book. Do you like my new cup? I asked Graham for like a Stanley cup, and this is a very similar kind of one in my colours. I just need to put some stickers on. Oh yeah. Did I say I started this on the 1st of November? If not, I started this on the 1st of November. And this was the Home Alone stitch along by Hoops and Crosses, the wonderful Lucy. She did an elf stitch along last year, which is there. And she did a Home Alone one this year. And here's the finished article. Absolutely, I love this stitch. I absolutely loved it. The minute she said she was doing a Home Alone stitch, I was in. I was, and I'm very proud to say, the first person to order theirs because I had an alarm set. I was that desperate to not only get the stitch, but also to get the Gus needle minder as well. So I've actually FFO'd this one. Yes, I know. Lucy kindly provides all the materials to FFO, so it means that a lot of times you can actually get them finished. So mine isn't perfect. There's a big gap down here and a big gap up here compared to the elf one, so it doesn't necessarily match. But I'm really happy with it. I did it on different fabric. I don't use Ada anymore. I think I can safely say I don't use Ada anymore. Any Ada, I'm going to go through my fabric stash and maybe give it away or whatever. So I decided to do it. It was meant to be done on 14 count Ada, which is absolutely fine if that's how you want to stitch it. I'm in my even weave era, I must admit. And I don't think... I did just stitch something over Christmas on Ada, and I'll tell you, it was the trickiest thing I've ever done in my life. I can't even fathom how difficult it was to do. So I switched and I did this on 32 count Elemental Even Weave from Lakeside Needlecraft. I think it pops really well. If I have any criticisms for myself, I would have probably done the snowflakes in a different colour because you can't massively see them. I would have done them if I'd thought hard enough in that lovely gold lame thread I got off Graham from my advent calendar, but I think I'd probably more or less done them at this point before I got the gold. So I should have had a bit of forethought, and I should have just noticed that it wasn't popping as much and just taken it out or chosen a different colour. But no regrets. No regrets. I love it. I think it pops just nice. I love this little button here on the door. I love touches like that, especially since I'm now obsessed with beading. So yeah, a massive win for this. I love Lucy's designs. She's honestly, she's one of my favourite designers. She absolutely is. Like, they're always fun and pop culture-y, and some of them obviously I don't get because I don't watch the programme. She's done a couple that, there was a one from a Will Ferrell film which I haven't seen. She's done a one recently, oh, what's it called? Inspired by Schitt's Creek. I haven't seen that, so, you know, I don't get it, so to speak. But they're all really nice anyway. If I was going to stitch them anyway, I still probably would because they are that good. But I love when she hits on a film or a show that I absolutely love. And that's the result. Oh, I think it looks absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Honestly. Oh, she is absolutely amazing. I love when it gets to Christmas time and I'm like, is Lucy going to come out with a new stitch along? Is she? And usually the answer is yes. And then another finish, I know, so there's still one more before we get to the mermaid. So I got a Christmas Day gift off Graham that I've been wanting for absolutely ages. Absolutely ages I've wanted it. I've especially since I've watched the film now, so it all makes more sense. And it is a Christmas movie. Excuse me. So on Christmas morning, I opened a package from Hoops and Crosses, and it was the Die Hard sampler. And it was the only cross-stitch gift I got apart from project bags. I mean, hello, I've just had a full advent calendar, so, you know. Not complaining. So I decided that was my Christmas Day start, and I pretty much finished it the same day. I just had one of those trees to do, which I completed on Boxing Day. So here it is. It's in a tube. I need to finish it off. I haven't been at work. I've had a few days off work, so I go back on Monday, so it'll be finished by the time this video actually goes up, to be fair. But otherwise, it's not as of yet. So this is the Die Hard inspired, like, ugly kind of Christmas jumper design, which is it is a Christmas movie. I will absolutely fight anybody who says it's not. It says, now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho. It's just, 3 colours. It is 3 colours. I love a simple design that's in 3 colours. I did want to stitch it on something other than the Ada that came with it, because I don't like Ada anymore. Oh, controversial opinions coming out. I don't really rate it anymore. I quite like the smoothness and softness of Even Weave personally. And I know probably a lot of people do agree with me. So I don't mind saying that, and that's not a criticism of anybody. But I don't have a dark green in my stash of Even Weave, unfortunately. I have light greens, but no dark greens. And this one really works, let's be honest, on the dark green. So I bit the bullet and just went with it. But like I say, it was very difficult. It was so difficult. I was like missing the holes because, like, let's be real, it is a very... It's a very dark fabric, so it almost, I mean, it matches my, it actually is the same colour as my PJs. So, like, it is very difficult to see the holes, and I messed up on a few occasions. It reminds me that I don't like stitching on dark fabrics either, I'll be honest. So worth it, because look at it. Look how it actually pops. It looks so good on that fabric, but not something I would want to stitch a mega difficult design on. I prefer lighter fabrics. I like to be able to see the holes. I like to be able to stitch. And you know, Ada shouldn't be that tricky to stitch on. Even for a dark fabric, the holes should be relatively big, and yet the amount of times I went through the wrong hole or created a brand new hole of my own. It was just chaos. So Graham's hooped it for me this morning because I had the hoop and I was like, I don't know if it's going to fit. And Graham was like, yes it is. I was like, well, you're going to have to do it because there's no chance I'm going to get this central. And Graham's done it for me because he's just fabulous like that. So I'll have to get it finished off. Fully FFO'd. But it looks fantastic. It didn't take long at all. Not at all. It was just delightful. It was absolutely delightful. Like I say, Lucy is one of my favourite designers. She does a fantastic job. And I got a nice little Christmas start and finish, which is a rarity for me, to be honest. So yeah. Oh. Tell you what, I'm just going to move. I've got the keyboard here. I'm just going to move it out the way for the next one. Let's have a preparatory drink. Look how big it is, man. Love it. I'm going to put some stickers on it. I do want to make it more mine. But I don't know what kind of stickers I could put on it to stop them from coming off when I wash it. I'm not going to wash it that often, to be honest. But I wonder if I can get some proper vinyl stickers that will not come off. But we'll see. Here, shall I just get these out your way? Yeah, I apologise. I'll get them out of your way right this minute. Oh, there's my phone. I lost my phone before. I was trying to ask Siri. I don't massively use Siri, to be honest. I'm not one of them who likes talking to a robot. I do find it a bit weird. But I was asking Siri if tacks are sharp. Because the saying is sharp as a tack. And I always thought it was an insult. But Google reliably informs me sharp as a tack is not an insult. So I'm never going to use that again as an insult, because it clearly isn't one. So you can imagine the frustration. There's me saying Graham's sharp as a tack, and actually I'm giving him a compliment, which is absolutely not the way I was going for. I was going for an insult. So it's time. It's summer. Where are you? It's time for the mermaid. The maiden. She is finished. She is complete. She looks fantastic. So, if you remember... this keeps coming off of the keyboard. If you remember... I started on the 1st of January last year, my first ever Bella Filipina project, my first ever... Hello? Are we bothering you? People want to hear about my mermaid, not hear you who you looking at and barking at. Come over here. Why? Stop being a bugger. Anyway, on the 1st of January 2024, I embarked on my biggest project ever. That's not hyperbole. I don't know if I've said that the right way. Shouldn't use big words that I don't know how to pronounce properly. The Bella Filipina Maiden of Tubayat Taha. And I put a lot of blood, sweat and tears into this stitch. Literally all of them. Literally. I pricked my finger on a number of occasions and got blood. Finished all of the stitching in November. And then got cracking with the beading, and I am pleased to say she's all done. Now, if you watched my advent videos, I did tell everybody she was done, but I didn't show her. So this is her grand reveal, and I'm bigging her up. I've absolutely loved doing this stitch. It was always my Sunday stitch, so I did it on New Year's Day when we watched the Batman trilogy for like the whole 3 films. And then she became primarily a Sunday stitch. So every Sunday I would pick her up. And then there's a few Sundays where I didn't. But she was always did her on a Sunday because she's so big. I never really got masses of effort, like masses into it if I did it any other time. So Sunday was the perfect day. So I know you're thinking, Leah, will you just shut up and show us this mermaid? For God's sake, you don't need to build it up so much. But I think I do, because I think she's worth the build-up. I feel like she's like a film trailer and I'm about to reveal it to you all. Okay, I will actually shut up now. There she is! Oh. There she is. Oh my god. She honestly looks like a painting. Like an actual painting. But like a stitched painting. Like I've stitched her. Which I have done. Because she's stitched. So. Let's bring her forward, put that down, and we'll slowly reveal the beauty, and then we'll come back. She's huge. Like, she's longer than my arm. And I don't think my arms are naturally big or small, but she's longer than it. I love this one so much. The beads look fantastic. Now, there is an issue where that the beads are too cramped, so I completely understand when people say 28 count even weave is probably the better fabric to do when you do mermaids, but I like the cramped effect. And I'm not just saying that because they are cramped. I do genuinely really like it. I do like that they look smushed in. I do like that they've kind of got that kind of effect on them. Oh. She looks perfect. Absolutely perfect. Genuinely, like, it was an absolute nightmare to bead, I'll be honest. When you do the top bit, it's fine. You can get all 4 of your Q-snaps on. When you start moving down, you have to leave off the Q-snap at the top. And then you get a bit further down, you have to leave off the Q-snap at the side. So you don't have the tautness necessary for doing it. But I managed. And she's all done. Her back stitch is done. Her beads are done. Everything is done, and she looks absolutely magnificent. Absolutely magnificent. So she was stitched on 32 count even weave in the colourway Atlantis, which is opalescent, and it's opalescent by Paul Stitch's Designs. And I think you'll see she does pop really nice on this fabric. This is not the recommended fabric. I can't remember what the recommended fabric was for her. But I think she looks fantastic anyway. Oh. I've honestly never seen anything like it. And like the opalescent kind of really does like show like it's a shimmery kind of sea kind of effect. And I might have to flip the camera at the end, you know, and just do a full body shot on the table, just so you can fully appreciate how good she looks. I might actually do that, you know. I might set myself up to do that at the end. She can move everything out the way in preparation. So yeah, good to know that if I start a mermaid, I can get it done within the year. That was pretty good. And once it got to the end, I was like, oh my god, let's get this done. Let's get it done. I was so excited to just finish her. And I did say I might bead as I go next time. No, I'm not. It's easier just to leave it and bead as soon as you finish the stitching and the back stitching. That I found that to be the easiest way. I don't think I could bead as you go because, like I say, you cannot put your Q-snaps back on. So it doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for me. So I'm just going to fold her up temporarily while I do whips now. I know. I haven't even got to whips yet. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to bead as I go. I think I'm just going to leave that. God did not intend for us to bead as we go. They didn't. Otherwise, they would have provided a Q-snap big enough. And I might, for next time, invest in a Q-snap that is big enough so I can just keep extending the Q-snap rather than fiddling about with my 11 by 11. I think that's going to be the way forward. So next up, whips. And where is it? Oh no, wait. Actually, we have another finish that's not mine. Well, it is mine because technically it was gifted to me, but it's not mine because Graham stitched it. So after I did the last whip parade at the beginning of November, Graham put his Aurora cabinet away, so I won't be showing it today because no further progress has been made, and he decided to stitch me a Christmas gift. And he gifted it to me on Boxing Day because he didn't have enough time to actually get it stitched. It was bigger than he thought. We hadn't had a lot of time. But he got it all done by Boxing Day. And it was nice to have an additional present on Boxing Day. So, you know, that's amazing. Oh, God. So this was I don't have the details, I'll be honest. A heritage crafts kit, I know that much. I don't know its name or anything about it. Good research, Leah. So here it is. Ooh, ooh. There we go. You can see it quite well. So as you can see, it's like some... You can see the television screen. That's not the effect we were going for there, but never mind. Yeah. You're just going to have to look at it like that, I'm afraid. I don't really feel comfortable taking it out of its frame because it is done. So it's some gonks and a snowman with some Christmas trees in the background. And it wasn't made to have text. I'll just kind of... No, you're just going to see the screen. But Graham decided to put text in, which I love because it personalises it. It absolutely personalises it. And it says, Merry Christmas 2024. I gonking love you, my dear, with some love hearts. I love that. He did that on Lakeside Needlecraft fabric. I can't remember its name, but it's 32 count Lakeside Needlecraft fabric. I know that much, but I don't know its name. So yeah, I love that. And if I turn it that way, can you see it? Ish. I love that. It was a really nice gift to receive. I really do like it. I love the colours used. I love it. I love all of it. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. It looks even better here, actually, because you can actually see it without any glare, more or less, anyway. So, yeah, it was a really lovely gift. And he got a frame off of Amazon. Not off of, Leah. There's no such word as off of. It's off. You got it off Amazon. But I absolutely love it. I think it's absolutely adorable. So yeah, he has learnt his lesson that you need to give more time to things, even when you think you don't, even when you think you'll just crack it off really quickly. You still need to give more time than you think. But it's a lesson you have to learn the hard way. You can't learn it in an easy way. You do have to learn it in a difficult way because nobody will ever believe how long cross stitch takes unless you literally spend the time stitching it. Ooh. So we have whips now. We are at the whip stage. Oh God, if I had brains. So I only have 2 whips at the moment. I'm kind of in a funny place with starts. I don't get a lot of time stitching. And I'm enjoying actually getting the time to work on the No Time Like the Present stitch along for starters. But like, I don't know what I want to stitch at the minute. I don't know what I'm fancying stitching or... Have I spat on it? It's got dampness on it as well. I don't know what the heck I'm doing here. So... Oh, no, I have to go further up. Come down here. There you go. There you go. Right, that all fits perfectly. So this is the No Time Like the Present stitch along by Modern Folk Embroidery that I started on the 14th of February. This will not be finished within a year. I am 35% done on this, which is pretty good. I have, you know, considering for months and months I've said no progress, no progress, no progress, no progress, no progress. I have made progress. Now that I've cleared all of my other whips and only have one more now, I've actually had the time to work on this one. So, I'm quite chuffed with how I've done with this one, actually. I'm quite proud of it. I think it looks fantastic. Here we go. This is where I'm up to on the No Time Like the Present stitch along. So this is being stitched on fabric by Florashell Needlecraft 32 count. And as you can see, I finished the pesky squirrel over here. And not only that, but I've moved all the way over here. And I've done what looks to be a parrot. And I'm starting, like, you can see the curve of the big clock that's in the middle. My goal is I want to try and get this finished as soon as I can. Obviously, you know, I'm only 35% of the way. I've still got like 20-some thousand stitches to do. But I do actually want to make significant progress on this one over the next few months with a view to finishing it. This was a big undertaking that I didn't really think about. I didn't really think how epic this one would be, how much it would take to just get 1%. 1% is 350 stitches. So, you know, it is a huge undertaking. And this is what, we've got 22,000 left. This is what, like 13,000 stitches looks like, I want to say. Something there or thereabouts. That's only 35%, though it is more than I thought. I did think, like, I am quite impressed. Like, the whole bottom row was like 25%. So, closer to 30 maybe even, to be fair. But this one takes a lot of effort just to get a little bit of progress and feel like, oh wow, yes, I've actually done something. But it is stunning. I can't take away from how good it looks. And I am madly impressed with it. I love it. I love the two colours. And I am ready to move the Q-snap, which is quite handy. It's a good job I've had to take it off because I am ready to move the Q-snap at this point. So yes, I really enjoy this one. And it's going to be epic. You know, if I can just keep plugging away at it, you know, nothing's going to stop me from getting it finished. Where have I put... That's over there. So yeah. That's that one. And then I had a start. I've got bags everywhere. I had a start on the 1st of December, I want to say it was. And I'll just bring the details out for that because I do actually have the details. And I'll just, alright, take it off its Q-snap. I will actually because I want to move it down anyway, so that's all good. This, I thought, was going to be a nice, simple project that I would get finished in double quick time. Like, I did genuinely think it was going to not take that long. I did think it was going to be a quick one. But actually, this one has a lot of colour changes. And blended, tweeded threads. It is tricky. So it's Birds of a Feather by Karen Carter by Heritage Crafts. This is what the finished article looks like. I do love them. There's like a whole range. This is what the finished article looks like. And there's like a whole bunch of different ones on the back, which I love. But I'd be a little bit wary. Just a touch. And then here is where I am with it. So like it is a tiny design. When I brought my fabric out, which is excessive. It's a tiny design. And this is what I've done so far. Can you see it okay? Yeah. And this has been quite solid work on it. You know, I haven't kind of mucked about with it or put it down. I have worked on it pretty much daily. It looks even smaller when I bring it back here. Like, it is really small. Let me see what the finished size is of it, if it says. Four and a quarter inches by 4¼ inches. So it is quite a really small one. But like the amount of changes of colour it has. Sometimes you're picking a thread out just to do one stitch in it. And then you're having to put it back. It's absolute chaos, but it looks fantastic. It does. It is, you know, it is worth the colour changes. It is worth the hassle, so to speak. I'm doing this on Lakeside Needlecraft fabric, 32 count. Again, I can't remember what this one's called, and I think I've probably covered it up. Oh, wait a minute. Celestial. It's called Celestial, actually. I am going to chop the fabric now that I know how much that I don't need. I did go a bit excessive just using the whole thing, not really appreciating that actually it was a lot smaller than that. But yeah, I think it'll look really good once it's actually finished. It is... I've actually been cracking on with it. At first I didn't really love it. I don't like messing about. I like to just get stitching. I don't want to be... sorry, itchy ear. I don't want to be messing about with it. I don't want to be doing all the faffy changes. I want to just crack on. But it's gotten a little bit easier because I've got my floss drops out and I've gotten a few threads prepped. So it's not too bad, and I'm officially in the second half of it, if you see, look. I've done all the 3 birds. I'm just coming to do this branch here, and then it's just the sky and some more leaves and a robin. So it's not too bad. And then I've got to tackle the back stitch. I mean, this has straddled cross stitches, which you can't... They've given 14 count Ada in this. You can't do a straddled stitch on Ada. It's terrible to ask somebody to do that. Vertical half stitches, horizontal half stitches. It has had all sorts of specialty threads, fractionals, all sorts. And like I say, you got 14 count Ada with the kit, which I'm not gonna. I decided I wanted to do an even weave anyway, especially once I saw the straddled stitches and all that stuff. You kind of give Ada and then be like, I want you to do these special stitches. You should at least get the choice of either or. But to be honest, I think you should be given even weave, personally, if you're going to be having those types of stitches. But that's just me. And that is all my whips. That is all my whips. Plans, as I say, I will be starting something when this video goes up today on the 1st of January. I just haven't decided what. It won't be a mermaid, unfortunately, because I don't have the fabric. I don't have the fabric to start a mermaid. So I need to have a look through my stash and see what I fancy starting, because I always have a start on New Year's Day. We're going to be spending... I've got New Year's Day off, and then the day after New Year's Day. And we're going to be watching Top Gun and Twister on New Year's Day. And then Top Gun Maverick and Twisters on the 2nd of January. I can't wait. So we're going to have a lot of stitchy time. So I'm going to find something that I want to start. See what I can get finished in the meantime. The Birds of a Feather one, I'm not going to finish No Time Like the Present in 3-4 days. I'm not that crazy. And then I'm just going to go from there. I do want to start a mermaid at some point, but I'm going to have to get some fabric to do so. So we'll see where we go with that. I'm quite chill about it. I'm not really fussed if I don't get to start a mermaid on the 1st. I know I'm not going to, but I'm going to see what else I've got and have another start on the 1st anyway. And then I'll get a mermaid started at some point. And I think 4 whips is a good kind of place to start. It's a good amount for me without me getting... I don't want the No Time Like the Present to go back in the bag and I forget about it. I want to make good progress on it. I want to ideally finish it, but I'm happy if I might not. But, like, I don't want multi-year projects. It might work for some people. I like getting a finish. I'm a progress stitcher, not a process stitcher. And I'm fine with that. I'm absolutely okay with that. So, I don't want it to just sit there endlessly and, you know... I don't have finishes. I like finishes. I don't like to just stitch... cross-stitch for the sake of cross-stitching. I like to get the pieces up. I like to look at the pieces. I like to remember when I did them. Excuse me. Come here. Come here. Come and get under this blanket. Come on. Come on, I'll put you under here. Come on, Summer. Come here. Come on, here. Come and get under here. Come on. Summer, come here. Come here. Away, baby. Come on. Right. Come on. Come on. Come on. She will in a minute. Come on. Away. Away. Come on. Away. Oh. Ow. So yeah, I like... If you are a process stitcher, by the way, I'm not criticising anybody who just likes the process of cross stitching and doesn't really matter if they finish. That's absolutely, you know, you do you. Whatever works for you, works for you. But I like finishes. I don't like things just sitting because I'll end up getting sick of them. Is the problem, you know? I don't know why I keep hearing an echo. Am I really loud today? I don't know. I just like having finishes. I like the excitement of finishing something and getting to see it. I mean, we don't have a lot of room left in the bedroom for putting things up, unfortunately. But I think the mermaid's going to go downstairs, maybe in the living room, we're thinking. I like to look at them. I've got so many finishes that I don't get to look at because they're not finished. They're not FFO'd yet. But I do like finishing. I do like the satisfaction of, that one's finished. And then I can allow myself a new start, or I can allow myself something, you know. That's just me. I know everybody's different. Come here. No. Come here. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Everybody's different. Everybody likes different things. Everybody does things a different way. That's kind of what makes cross-stitching so exciting. You know, Graham's a monogamous cross-stitcher. He likes just to have one project. And if he wants to start another one, he'll put the other one down and then come back to it kind of thing. He doesn't stitch both at the same... Specifically because it's usually gifts for me or something, you know. So yeah, that's my process. That's how I like to do it. It's how I like to stitch. And I could never have 10 projects on the go anymore, not unless I stopped working. Which, I mean, if somebody wants to pay me to cross stitch all day, I'm not going to say no. Oh sorry, I know that's a weird noise, isn't it? I know. Apologies, that was a really weird noise, wasn't it? No, my flowy. I don't even have any purchases, so I got a couple of Christmas gifts, a couple of project bags for Christmas gifts. But I didn't get any, I haven't been purchasing anything because I'm not stitching as much, so, you know, I already have plenty of stash. It's not as if I need any more stash to keep me going or anything, you know. So, Graham got me 2 project bags for Christmas. This one here. Sorry, Summer, I know. I love those little deers or stags or whatever they are on the back. I think it's gorgeous. And then I'm in my Grinch era at the moment. So he got me this Grinchy bag. I also got a Grinch jumper, a Grinch t-shirt. I've never seen the Grinch actually. I've never actually seen the film. But I plan to watch it. So yeah, I got 2 lovely new project bags for Christmas, which I really love. And then we'll just see where we go. I don't need masses of cross-stitch stuff. Like I say, I've got loads of stash and it just kind of sits there and it makes me feel terrible that I don't get to stitch everything I want to stitch. So, we'll see. Won't be summer. Eh? She's had a hard morning. Well, I can imagine. I think she's had a hard morning. Wow. So I'm just going to wrap up here. Like I say, this is just a quick little end of year kind of wrap up, get into the new year, get a WIP parade done again for February. I will try and do a little video on the advent calendars that goes up mid-January sometime. I would like to do that. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to yeet you up there. I hope you've all had a fantastic stitchy Christmas. Hope you all have had a wonderful new year. I hope it's been fantastic. And me and Summer, I'll see you again in February. Well, I definitely will. I'll try and get Summer too, depending on whether she's out for a walk or not. Because I think she's quite liked being the star of these advent calendar videos. And I know everybody loves to see her. And oh, lovely, aren't you? Aren't you lovely? We'll say bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye. I'll see you all soon. I'm going to go see what Dad's doing. I'm going to go see Dad. I'm going to go see Dad. Doesn't work the same as when we say go see Mum, does it? Because you kind of panic and kick off. She knows, okay. Right. I'm going to take the camera now because I'm going to do a better view of this mermaid. Please don't flop. Please don't flop. There we go. Right, I'm going to lay the mermaid out and I'm going to do a little bit of a more in-depth look at her. So, I'll get you. You go behind me. Right, here we go. Watch. Here we go. There we go. I'm stuck. So I'm just going to lay her out on the table and then I'll get my camera up. Why not? So I hope hope you've all had a fantastic Christmas and New Year. I'll see you again in February. Who knows what I'll be wearing then. So speak to you all then. But stay tuned because I'm going to just take the video off. So I'll just say bye. And I'm going to take the camera off and do an in-depth look at the mermaid. So, here we go. Sorry, I'm going to crinkle a minute. Just knocked stuff over. So, here she is. In all of her fantastic glory. And I'm going really slow so you can get a really good look at her. I'm no Quentin Tarantino or Martin Scorsese, by the way, so I do apologise. Look at her. She is absolutely stunning. Summer. Here. So are you. So yeah, there she is. I just thought you could see it in just in better glory if I just lay her flat and do a little bit of a video like that. So, hold on. I'll see you all in February. Bye.